Morning. It's about 6:45. Sun rises in about half an hour. I'm gonna get up and make a move now. Decided not to stop and have coffee there. I just thought I want to get moving straight away just to get some, just while the lights are short this time of year, as I keep saying. So I've been walking for about just shy of an hour now. I've not done any footage because putting my tent away and everything being wet, my hands are absolutely freezing. So I just wanted to put some gloves on and warm them up a bit, which I have done now. And I've just checked and I've just got signal as well. So I've been able to kind of check the map. I kind of stopped here because there seems to be, the walk down here has just been straight down the canal towpath anyway, so there's not been a huge amount to see. The only difference to the footage from yesterday is it's not been raining this morning, so bonus. So I'm going to keep an eye out now, basically kind of carry on heading south here. This arcs round to the left and head south again, and we'll head down towards Alton. And we're just going to keep an eye out for like a coffee shop or something, anything that's open and I can get like a proper sit down, a bit of warmth and a hot drink, and failing that I'll find a bench or something and I'll make coffee and breakfast with what I've got with me. Okay, I will bring you back in a little bit. Continuing the Staffordshire Safari. Hey. Oh. Unexpected animals in Staffordshire. Kingsley Bird and Falconry Centre. The tea room's closed, unfortunately. It's still a bit early. That was something unexpected to break up the morning's walk. Right, carry on up the hill now. There's the church. We just go out down the back and on the far side and then basically straight on. So the gate in the corner there, that's where the Staffordshire Way comes into the churchyard, and it actually obviously just follows the edge along there and then out here. The path just come right through that, and it was up to the knees. Oh. Right. So getting through here is no problem. So the path from on's good, but now I really need to find something to wash this off with. Oh. What a mess. Okay. Well. I think I've got about just over 2 miles until I hit Hawksmoor, which is like a big area of woodland, and I think there's some National Trust stuff there. If I'd have had an extra hour and a half of walking time yesterday, that's where I would have liked to get to camp last night, but obviously that didn't happen. So I'll take a look at it as we go through now and see if it is actually a good campsite. It was recommended to me yesterday. Yeah, and keep an eye out for someone with a garden hose so I can hose my trousers and boots down. Or a stream or something will do to dip the boots, but I need a hose for these trousers. Failing that, I'll just wait for it to dry and try and brush it off. That should work. Probably nowhere near as well, but it should work. Might see if there's a bit where I can get down to the river and just stand in it to get my boots clean at the very least. This patch here, that just behind me, would be a really nice place to pitch your tent if you're doing the Staffordshire Way. It's about a half mile past Kingsley Holt, obviously just by the river. Looks like there are sometimes animals in this field, but nothing at the moment, so I don't know. Anyway, that looks like the remains of a National Trust sign there. So I'll keep an eye out for some more signs to see if I can find out what this is. Maybe it's the beginning of that Hawksmoor. It's beautiful. So just where the gate is there's a little stream, so I kind of gave my boots a little bit of a rinse out, and they're still filthy. There's this lovely bench here. I stopped at that church for breakfast and coffee, so I'm going to keep going, but it's a pity because this would be a really nice place to stop for a break as well. And yeah, that's a really nice bench. Right, I just need to double check here. So that's the building at the end of the track there. And I think this is where we're going, but there's no Staffordshire Way sign, so I'm going to just have to check the map to see I'm going the right way here. Yeah, straight on up to the left there is the Staffordshire Way. That's just another public footpath. One last look down there. I've got to say, if you're following whatever trail is waymarked by that boot print, this has got to be a bit confusing, eh? There's a table there. Eventually there's the sign. I feel like I should be eating steak here, really. Right. Plans for today. I think a reasonable point to aim for by the end of the day will be around Uttoxeter. From where I started this morning, it was just over 15 miles. So, given the amount of time I've got to walk today, getting to about there will be good. And probably as we get closer to it, I'll decide if I want to stop and try and find a pit just before we get to Uttoxeter or just after it. I think in a perfect world I'd be able to find somewhere that was just after Uttoxeter, but like stealth enough that I could get my tent set up and my sleep system set up, and then maybe head back into Uttoxeter to find a pub and have a couple of beers and possibly some food in a pub, and then head back to the tent at a civilised hour like 9 o'clock, something like that, and get my head down. But that's probably been a bit optimistic, so we'll just have to see what happens closer to the time. And if I do end up going the far side of Uttoxeter, I'll just keep an eye out for what amenities are available on the way through. But yeah, a lot of it's going to depend how far we get by about 4 o'clock. So let's press on. Quite impressive colours of the trees. I don't know if you can see all of the bits being blown off the trees by the wind as well. Yeah, very cool. Check out all the moss on this side of this building. It's been there for a while. Looks like the remains of a Halloween party here. Quite a big Halloween party as well. So that's where we've come down. It's quite interesting wall design there. And then, unexpectedly, this looks like it might be a pub of some kind up on the right. So let's check it out. Not a pub, it's called the Ramblers Retreat. It's like a little tea room. So I'm stopped for coffee and a bite to eat. Yeah, that's where I just stopped to get some food. I had Staffordshire oatcakes with cheese and bacon. It was delicious. Nice little lunch stop. that turned out to be. So it's about 1 o'clock now. So 4 hours of light left, a little bit less. I'm checking now I've got signal again, I was checking the weather and the sunset times. And it's 4:35 sunset today. So about 10 to 5 is when we'll lose the light. Let's see how far we get to. Should be able to make some good progress if the trail stays like this. That'd be a cool little place to spend the night if you're doing it bivvy bag style. Yeah, perfectly spaced for just one person and kit bag under there. Yeah, that'd be a nice little overnight adventure. That. And this valley that we're in now, Cheadle Valley, I think, has been the prettiest bit of the trail so far. According to a couple of chaps I was talking to in the coffee shop, they're saying it's the nicest bit of the whole trail. Although they did also say that they were local, so maybe not exactly an unbiased opinion there. Right, let's get through here. That's my fairy tale looking. Down in the background is Alton Castle. Apparently, it's I think it's a Catholic retreat of some kind, according to Google Maps anyway. When I first saw it coming over the distance, I thought it must have been something to do with Alton Towers, the big theme park round here, but no, not quite. We're going down this way, and on we go. There you go, there's a much better view of the castle up close. So this bit here was a castle built in the 12th century. As just for military purposes, and that was the second castle on this site. The earliest was from the 8th century apparently, and then this is a much later building. The 12th century one was mostly torn down after the Civil War. And then all this is the retreat. See the skies starting to threaten rain as well. Which is forecast to do from about 3 o'clock, I think, so to be expected. Looks like more mud, although hopefully not knee deep this time. So this is the path. There's the sign, see, coming over. Over and around to the left. I'm going to try instead, I'm going to climb over this gate and hopefully I can kind of skirt the right hand edge of it and miss the worst of it. Let's see how we get on. It's not the best path heading forwards, but it's not too bad. As long as just avoid falling over and that should be fine. Ominous. Road leading into Rochester, I guess, like Rochester without the H, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. And then Otoxeter is about 4 miles further south from that, which I think is probably a little bit far. Well, there's no point trying to aim for Otoxeter itself because I'm trying to get it in time. So I think it's called Staffordshire Wood. There's a wood, there's some lakes and a wood just about a mile shy of Otoxeter, so that's my thing in the world I'm trying to get to, which is about right because, like I said this morning, either just before or just after Otoxeter, depending on what the time's like, and I've got like about half an hour less light than I was going to have. So that's my current. Let's see how we go. Also, based on the forecast I looked at, it's going to start raining at any time now. So that's something fun. fun stuff, obviously. Come from just over there, navigate across this little road junction. There's pedestrian lights to get across here, and then the trail map looks like you follow this road down, but actually it's not signposted in any way. But there's a little gate on this side and a footpath here that follows a path on. So I think I'm good to take this, and then yeah, let's see. At least you're not walking direct. I mean, there's plenty of sidings on the road, but at least you're not walking up near traffic this way. It's a little bit more pleasant, a little bit more sheltered for noise. Yeah, I've just double checked on the map. You are supposed to walk on the edge of the road, not here. But we'll just flip over. There are periodic ways in and out, so I'll see how far I can get down here. Actually, I'm going to go out this gate here. I can only walk as far as those houses anyway, and this bit of land, and then I have to get back onto the road anyway, so let's do that. And that's a school over the road, I think, so I'll not be the weirdo videoing stuff by a school. As tempting as that pub behind me is, I've not really got time to stop there, so I just went into the convenience store next to it, Locals, and picked up a bottle of beer for this evening. And to make myself feel healthy, I got a couple of protein bars as well. Should really have got some fruit, to be honest, but you know, too late now.